In the unpredictable world of WWE, where alliances shift and rivalries ignite with the force of a thunderstorm, a new clash seems destined to steal the spotlight. Logan Paul, the brash internet sensation turned wrestling sensation, has never been one to shy away from controversy. His meteoric rise through WWE's ranks has been equal parts impressive and polarizing, drawing both adulation and scorn from fans and fellow wrestlers alike. Yet, even in a universe where spectacle is king and drama reigns supreme, whispers of his next potential feud have sent shockwaves through the wrestling community. The name at the heart of these murmurs? Jacob Fatu, a powerhouse whose family legacy in wrestling runs as deep as his devastating in-ring prowess. If the rumors are true, what's brewing between these two could be more than just another storyline. It could be the spark that ignites a new era of WWE dominance, blending celebrity bravado with the raw, unyielding force of Samoan wrestling heritage. Logan Paul's journey in WWE has been nothing short of a phenomenon. With each match, he's silenced doubters and proven that his transition from influencer to athlete wasn't just a publicity stunt. His athleticism, charisma, and knack for stirring the pot have made him a perfect fit in an industry where personality is as important as performance. But for all his success, there's a lingering sense that Logan still has something to prove, that beneath the cocky grin and viral moments lies a competitor hungry for respect. That hunger might just find its fiercest challenge yet in Jacob Fatu, a wrestler whose reputation precedes him like a shadow in the ring. Fatu isn't just any opponent. He's a storm of brute strength, technical skill, and a ruthless instinct that runs in his bloodline. As a member of the legendary Anoa'i family, the same lineage that produced icons like Roman Reigns and the Usos, Fatu carries the weight of legacy on his broad shoulders. His path through independent circuits and MLW has left behind a trail of battered opponents and broken expectations. Now, with WWE's doors opening wider to new talent, the idea of Jacob Fatu stepping into the spotlight feels less like speculation and more like inevitability. And if there's one man who could make his debut unforgettable, it's Logan Paul. What makes this potential feud so tantalizing isn't just the clash of personalities, it's what each man represents. Logan Paul embodies the modern era of fame, where influence is measured in followers and controversy fuels success. His brash confidence and social media savvy have made him a lightning rod for attention, both good and bad. Fatu, on the other hand, is a throwback to wrestling's primal roots, a force of nature whose reputation was forged not through viral stunts, but through sheer dominance. Their collision would be more than just a match. It would be a statement, a battle between the flash of the digital age and the enduring power of wrestling tradition. The seeds of this rivalry may have already been planted. Eagle-eyed fans have noticed subtle social media interactions, cryptic teases, and backstage whispers hinting that WWE could be setting the stage for something explosive. What if Logan's relentless need to prove himself leads him to call out the most dangerous newcomer on the horizon? What if Fatu, tired of waiting in the shadows, sees Logan as the perfect target to announce his arrival on the biggest stage in sports entertainment? The possibilities are endless, and the tension is already palpable. Imagine the scene: Logan Paul, microphone in hand, oozing confidence as he throws down a challenge that drips with cocky bravado. The crowd hangs on every word, half booing, half cheering, knowing full well that Logan's mouth might have written a check his body can't cash. Then, the lights dim. A haunting beat echoes through the arena. And out steps Jacob Fatu, silent, menacing, eyes locked on his prey. The atmosphere would shift in an instant, the playful spectacle giving way to something darker, something primal. Because if there's one thing everyone knows about Jacob Fatu, it's that he doesn't play games. He destroys them. Yet beneath the surface, there's more at stake than just bragging rights. For Logan, this feud could be his defining moment, the chance to prove that he's more than just a celebrity tourist in the world of professional wrestling. For Fatu, it's an opportunity to carve his name into the annals of WWE history, to show that his family's legacy isn't just surviving, it's evolving. The collision course feels almost inevitable, like two storms destined to meet on the same violent horizon. But when and if that moment arrives, one question will hang heavy in the air: can Logan Paul survive the storm he's about to summon? Or will Jacob Fatu be the one to shatter the influencer's invincible image and leave him broken in the middle of the ring? As the pieces slowly fall into place, one thing is certain: this is a feud that could redefine both men's careers. The tension is building. The whispers are growing louder. And the WWE Universe is holding its breath, waiting for the first spark that will set this fire ablaze. Stay tuned, because if Logan Paul truly dares to challenge Jacob Fatu, the answer will come not in words, but in the violent poetry of the squared circle. The whispers of a potential Logan Paul vs. Jacob Fatu showdown aren't just fan speculation anymore, they're gaining momentum, weaving their way through WWE circles like an unrelenting wildfire. Those who know the business can feel it in the air, a quiet hum of anticipation that grows louder with every passing event. Logan Paul, the self-proclaimed disruptor, thrives on unpredictability. He knows that keeping his name in the headlines means staying one step ahead of the narrative, dictating his own legacy before someone else does it for him. But in his unrelenting pursuit of dominance, has he finally bitten off more than he can chew? That's the question hanging over this unfolding saga, a question that Logan himself might not even fully grasp the weight of yet. His confidence is unwavering, his bravado unshakable, but the WWE Universe has seen what happens when an outsider underestimates the true monsters of the industry. And Jacob Fatu? He's a different kind of beast entirely. Fatu's silence in the midst of all this speculation only adds to the mystique. Unlike Logan, who thrives on engagement and reaction, Fatu moves with an almost unsettling calmness. He doesn't waste words. He doesn't need to. His reputation speaks for itself, built through years of destruction across the independent circuit. While Logan was busy crafting his empire through social media and spectacle, Fatu was tearing through locker rooms, leaving bodies in his wake, earning respect the old-fashioned way through pain. Those who've faced him describe the experience as something different from any other competitor. He isn't just strong, he's relentless. He isn't just skilled, he's ruthless. And the scariest part? He enjoys the fight. He thrives in it. This is a man who doesn't just want to win, he wants to leave a lasting impression on his opponents, one they carry with them long after the final bell. That's what makes the potential collision between these two so electrifying. Logan, for all his talent, has never faced someone quite like Fatu. And Fatu, for all his destruction, has never had a target as big or as controversial as Logan Paul. Backstage, the conversations are getting more serious. Wrestlers, producers, and executives are all weighing the possibilities. Would this be good for business? No doubt. Logan's name alone brings eyes to the product. He's a walking, talking ratings boost, whether people love him or hate him. And Fatu? His arrival in WWE would be an event in itself, a moment etched into history before he even stepped into the ring. But this isn't just about business. There's an unspoken question behind every conversation: how far would this go? Logan, for all his confidence, has never truly been tested in a way that strips away the performance, the cameras, the carefully controlled image. And Fatu doesn't do half measures. If this rivalry turns real, there's no telling how deep it could cut, how raw it could get. There's something dangerous brewing beneath the surface, something that feels less like a scripted storyline and more like a genuine collision of two men whose paths were never supposed to cross. Adding to the intrigue, there are other players in this game, silent observers who may have their own stakes in the outcome. The Bloodline, WWE's most dominant faction, has been keeping a watchful eye on the conversation. Jacob Fatu's lineage ties him directly to Roman Reigns, the Usos, and Solo Sikoa, but he's always been the wild card, the one who operated outside the family's established dominance. If he steps into WWE, does he do so as an ally to the Bloodline? Or does he come as a disruptor, someone with his own agenda, unbound by the family's current power structure? It's an unknown variable that makes the situation even more volatile. Logan Paul has already had run-ins with the bloodline, notably with Roman Reigns himself. If Fatu chooses to align with them, Logan's already uphill battle becomes a war. But if Fatu chooses to stand alone, if he enters WWE as a rogue force, then suddenly, the landscape shifts in ways no one can predict. Either way, the stakes climb higher with every passing moment, the tension stretching tighter, ready to snap. And then there's the wild card factor, Logan's own unpredictability. He may play the arrogant showman, but beneath it all, he's calculating. He's aware of what people expect from him, and he thrives on defying those expectations. He's trained with some of the best in the world. He's put on performances that silenced even his harshest critics. He understands that underestimating Jacob Fatu would be a mistake, but that doesn't mean he won't push the envelope. If there's one thing Logan knows how to do, it's get under someone's skin. He's proven time and time again that he's willing to provoke, to taunt, to manipulate the narrative in his favor. If this feud is truly beginning, then it's only a matter of time before Logan fires the first real shot, the one that turns whispers into full-blown warfare. But will it be a mistake? Will he poke the bear one too many times and find himself in a situation he can't control? That's the question that lingers in the air like a storm cloud, ready to break. The WWE Universe can feel the inevitable moment drawing closer. Maybe it happens at a press event, where Logan, grinning like the devil himself, casually throws out a challenge he knows will make headlines. Maybe it happens in the ring, in the middle of a show, where the energy in the arena shifts as the crowd senses something seismic about to unfold. Or maybe it happens in the most unexpected way possible, an unannounced appearance, a single, chilling moment where Jacob Fatu makes his presence known without a word, without a warning. Because if there's one thing everyone agrees on, it's that when Fatu arrives, he won't come with theatrics. He won't come with scripted taunts or flashy promos. He'll come with violence, and he'll make sure Logan Paul knows exactly what he's just unleashed. The clock is ticking, and every moment that passes without confirmation only fuels the anticipation. The tension is at a boiling point, ready to spill over into something WWE hasn't seen in a long time, a feud that feels real, raw, and utterly unpredictable. And when that moment finally arrives, when Logan Paul and Jacob Fatu find themselves standing face to face, one undeniable truth will emerge: this isn't just another match. It's a reckoning. And no one, not Logan, not Fatu, not even the WWE itself, will walk away unchanged. The air in WWE is electric, thick with anticipation, as fans dissect every possible scenario between Logan Paul and Jacob Fatu. What started as a speculative feud has taken on a life of its own, a wildfire of tension spreading across social media, backstage whispers, and locker room conversations. But just when it seems like this rivalry is on the verge of erupting into something tangible, an unexpected twist sends shockwaves through the WWE Universe, one that not even Logan Paul could have foreseen. It happens in the most unpredictable way, on a night that should have belonged to someone else entirely, proving that Fatu isn't just another name in the mix. He's a force of nature, a storm that refuses to be ignored. The night starts like any other WWE spectacle, a sold-out arena buzzing with energy as fans settle in for what they assume will be another thrilling show. Logan Paul, ever the showman, is scheduled for an in-ring segment, no doubt ready to feed the speculation surrounding his next move. He walks out with his signature cocky grin, microphone in hand, fully aware that the crowd is divided, some booing, others cheering, but all of them watching. And that's all he's ever needed. He feeds off attention, good or bad, and tonight is no different. He starts his speech, weaving his usual blend of arrogance and bravado, teasing the idea of taking on bigger challenges, hinting just enough to stoke the flames that maybe he's looking for a fight that's worth his time. The words hang in the air, an unspoken challenge waiting to be answered. Then, the unexpected happens. The lights cut out, plunging the arena into darkness. For a few long, excruciating seconds, there's nothing but silence. No theme music. No video package. Just a void of uncertainty, a moment so eerily quiet that even the crowd, usually quick to react, hesitates. And then, like a crack of thunder, the silence is broken not by a song, not by a grand entrance, but by the unmistakable sound of a body hitting the mat. When the lights flicker back on, the scene is chaos. Logan Paul is down, sprawled in the ring, his microphone rolling away from his hand. The crowd roars in confusion and excitement, trying to piece together what just happened. And standing over him, like a shadow stretching across his fallen form, is Jacob Fatu. No music. No theatrics. Just him, breathing heavily, his expression unreadable, his presence alone sending a message louder than any promo ever could. The commentary team scrambles to react, their voices laced with genuine shock. This wasn't scheduled. This wasn't part of the show's run sheet. Fatu wasn't even supposed to be here tonight. But there he is, standing over one of the most talked about figures in WWE, having just made his presence known in the most violent way possible. Logan Paul, always so quick with a retort, always in control of his own narrative, is silent for the first time. Because Fatu didn't come to talk. He came to act. And that changes everything. The crowd's reaction is deafening, a mixture of cheers and gasps, as the realization sinks in Jacob Fatu is here, and he didn't wait for an official announcement or a scheduled debut. He chose his moment, seized it with the kind of brutality that defines him. The speculation is over. The feud isn't just brewing anymore. It has ignited. And the way Fatu chose to make his mark proves one thing beyond a shadow of a doubt: he's not here to play by WWE's rules. He's here to break them. Security rushes to the ring, unsure of how to handle the situation, their hesitation clear. Fatu doesn't move, his eyes locked on Logan Paul, who's beginning to stir, groggy, his usual confidence replaced with something else, something dangerously close to uncertainty. He's been blindsided before, but this feels different. This isn't a sneak attack from another WWE superstar playing mind games. This is a statement, delivered in a way that leaves no room for misinterpretation. Logan wanted a challenge, wanted to prove that he could hang with the best, but for the first time, he may have stepped into something he doesn't fully understand. Backstage, the tension is palpable. The Bloodline's reaction is unknown. Is Fatu acting alone, or is this the first step in something even bigger? The entire landscape of WWE has just shifted, and no one, not Logan Paul, not the executives, not even the other wrestlers, knows what's coming next. But one thing is certain: Logan Paul is no longer in control of the narrative. Jacob Fatu just rewrote it in blood and silence. The fallout from Jacob Fatu's shocking attack on Logan Paul sends ripples through the WWE landscape, with everyone scrambling to understand what it all means. Is Fatu here as a rogue enforcer, making a name for himself without any allegiance, or is there something far more calculated at play? The silence from the Bloodline is deafening, leaving fans and analysts to dissect every possible angle. Meanwhile, Logan Paul, never one to let an attack go unanswered, reemerges days later with a vengeance, but there's something different about him. The cocky bravado is still there, but it's undercut by something deeper: a need to prove that he's more than just a social media phenomenon turned wrestler. He wants to show that he belongs, that he's not just another celebrity passing through WWE for a quick payday. And to do that, he needs to face Fatu head on. The build-up to their inevitable confrontation is electric. Logan Paul doesn't just challenge Jacob Fatu, he dares him. He calls him out in ways no one has before, questioning if Fatu is truly a lone wolf or just another pawn in a larger game. It's a dangerous move, one that could backfire spectacularly, but Logan thrives on risk. He knows that if he can push Fatu to respond, he'll get the match he wants. And sure enough, the response comes, but not in the way anyone expects. Fatu doesn't appear on the next episode of SmackDown. He doesn't send a message through a promo. Instead, he makes his presence known in the most brutal way possible by attacking Logan Paul again, this time in a setting where there are no referees, no officials to break it up. He ambushes Logan at the WWE Performance Center, taking out security, flipping tables, and leaving destruction in his wake before planting Logan through a steel barricade. This isn't just a feud anymore. This is personal. With tensions at an all-time high, WWE announces what the fans have been clamoring for: a match between Logan Paul and Jacob Fatu at a premium live event. But the stipulation isn't what anyone expected. Instead of a standard one-on-one bout, it's set as an unsanctioned match, meaning WWE takes no responsibility for what happens. It's the ultimate test for Logan Paul, who has never faced an opponent as vicious and relentless as Fatu. The anticipation builds to a fever pitch, with both men taking every opportunity to get inside each other's heads, Logan vowing to do what no one else has: put Fatu down, while Fatu remains an unstoppable force, unfazed and unshaken. The night of the match arrives, and the atmosphere inside the arena is electric. The moment Logan Paul's music hits, the crowd erupts, some cheering, some booing, but all watching. He walks to the ring with determination, a steel chair in hand, ready for war. But when Fatu's entrance comes, it's something entirely different. There's no grand spectacle, no elaborate production, just the sight of a man walking through the crowd, his expression cold and focused. He doesn't need fireworks or special effects. His presence alone is enough. The bell rings, and the war begins. From the opening moments, it's clear that this isn't going to be a technical wrestling match, it's a fight. Fatu overwhelms Logan with his raw power, tossing him around the ring like a rag doll, hitting him with thunderous strikes that echo throughout the arena. But Logan refuses to stay down. Every time he gets knocked to the mat, he pulls himself back up, a fire in his eyes that refuses to die out. He fights back with everything he has, using his speed and agility to counter Fatu's brute force. The match spills out of the ring, into the crowd, through the announce table, with both men pushing their limits. Then comes the moment that changes everything. With Logan barely able to stand, Fatu sets him up for a devastating Samoan spike, the same move that has taken down countless opponents. But just as he's about to strike, something unexpected happens. The crowd stirs, confusion spreading as someone jumps the barricade. A figure slides into the ring: Solo Sikoa. The Bloodline's silent enforcer, the man who has been a mystery in this entire saga, now stands face to face with Fatu. The air is thick with tension as the two men lock eyes, a silent battle of wills unfolding. No words are spoken, but the message is clear. Then, in an instant, Solo turns and lays Logan Paul out with a brutal superkick. The crowd explodes in shock, realizing what has just happened. This wasn't a test for Fatu. It was a trap for Logan. The Bloodline had been watching all along, waiting for the right moment to strike. As Logan crumples to the mat, Fatu and Solo stand side by side, a silent but undeniable statement being made. The Bloodline isn't just alive, it's stronger than ever. The match is over, but the implications are just beginning. Logan Paul, battered and broken, lies motionless as Fatu and Solo exit the ring together, leaving the WWE Universe with more questions than answers. Was this all orchestrated from the start? What does this mean for the future of the Bloodline? And most importantly, will Logan Paul ever recover from this betrayal? The answers remain unknown, but one thing is certain. WWE has just changed forever.